Bitcoin crypto morning tea. And we had a session block right there. Old Ecam didn't really want to start right away. It's such a nerve-wracking experience when, you know, platform just doesn't want to work. Woke up this morning, 3:30, took a look at the old charts. Hey, nothing really moved. It was actually the exact same price it's been almost for a week when I woke up. Morning, Chris Brewer in Georgia, Jolly Peanut, Digital, Dave Digital, Bobby Freeman, Alex Green, Kelly McBride. Good morning, everybody. It's a chilly one here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. It's auction day here, so I'll be running to the auction after this. There's the sun. I do have a little bit of TA for you, but first, Zamboni, bring in the data. The FOMO index has dropped to 57 from yesterday's 64. Bitcoin dominance down 49.9%. 24-hour volume up to 31.3 billion, and the overall market cap is 1.19 trillion. Flat. Oh, wait a second. Trillion! Give or take 100 million. Yes. So nothing's changed really. I have something to take a look on the weekly in a second, but old Scotch on the Rocks booze breath. Jerry Pow Pow, CP I don't care came in low. I kind of did. Normally I would have made it end it. Lord love a duck if it didn't do just that, because we said yesterday if it pumps a little, it's going to go the opposite way, and basically it did. But we're in such a tight little channel now that what looked like a pump was really just a slight heart palpitation of a almost pulseless channel, and then it dipped down a bit. Now we're back to where we were. So we talked about this yesterday. So all the same BS. Duke is brushing his teeth right now. It's funny, I always said there's two types of people in this world. Those that brush their teeth and they look straight dead ahead in the mirror, working on those teeth, And then there's the other type of people that walk and brush. I'm a walk and brusher. Always have been. Always will. And I guess Duke has watched me brush my teeth and walk around, but he's a walk and brusher too. So one of those things that you can attribute to genetics or what have you. I'm sure he watched me walk and brush, and now he's a walk and brusher. Good morning, Adam Dyson. Let's take a look at the weekly. Or the Wookie, I guess. Zamboni, bring in the Wookie. You can see here, if we can break out of this ascending channel, we've got a cute little textbook bull flag. Zoom in on her here. You can see it. There she is. And the price probability of this bull flag is, and sing it with me now. You take the pull, you slide it all to the breakout point, and then we're all at 36.6-ish. It's weird to do that live as it's going off. Dave Digital said, did you brush your teeth this morning, Matty B? Well, you want the truth, or you want what makes you feel good? Truth is, I haven't brushed my teeth yet. I should, but I'm having the black coffee. This is actually the first black coffee of the day. Remember yesterday I was saying I'm just kind of moving away from it? Maybe not. I don't know. I would. There's one love I don't really want to turn my back on. It's black coffee. So we'll let her go for a while. Mario Cantony says, my wife is a walk-in brusher. It drives me crazy. Yes, it sure does. So the funny thing about the inflation going down is that those psychopaths can say whatever they want. It doesn't feel like inflation is going down in Winnipeg anyway. I mean, groceries are at a peak high that I don't think we've ever experienced here. You know, all my toys, the Apple infrastructure that I'm trapped in, they seem to be going up exponentially. You know, this M2 was, before I bought this MacBook Pro, which is an M2 14-inch, it was 3,000 Canadian, so whatever that is, 2,500 US. The computer I bought before that was $1,700, and when I bought the $1,700 computer, I was like, this is where I stop. This is where I put my foot down. This is the craziest amount of money to spend on a computer ever. And here I am a few years later at $3,000. And you know, what's next? Because they're going to come out with an M3, and part of their branding will be it can run eCam flawlessly without ever stuttering. You got a you got a super chat from Sneaky Pete. Let's see that shirt. This is my conspiracy theorist batting 1,000. It's an interesting shirt to wear around because I don't really go anywhere. I go to the squash club to play squash, and I don't know, it's about usually a bunch of old dudes that don't really care about anyone, you know. They just want to get on with their day, do their exercise, eat their porridge, and go home. So when I walk in with that shirt, with this shirt, it kind of gets a couple chuckles. I mean, all it is I like to wear the shirt to do two things. A, start a conversation about how funny the world is. Or B, let me instantly know how crazy that person is. So I've had some interactions with it where people's like, oh, conspiracy theorist, they batting 1,000. Oh, you think you're right about everything? I'm like, well, I don't think I'm right about everything. I just was right about the majority of things. And of course, that makes them so mad. But what are you going to do? I mean, I understand why people are stuck, because if you believed in something so wholeheartedly with the faith and love of a good human, because some other human that you thought was a good human, which you shouldn't have, that was your first mistake, told you that this was the right thing to do, and you're doing the right thing amongst a myriad of levels, not only for yourself, for your family, all the BS they told you, and you got tricked. I get it. We are inundated with that stuff, but you don't have to die on that hill. I tell my dad all the time, you know, you can just, because he was really into vaccines. He wanted to get all of them. I'm like, what for? What do you think they're doing? If anything, just count your blessings that you're okay with the ones you got. And you don't have to anymore. It's okay. You can just say, you know what, that's enough. I've done my own due diligence. I think I'm good here with whatever I have, and get on with your life. You don't have to, for the rest of your life, uphold this craziness. Alex Green says, let me see if I put that up. Never lose faith in people, only in persons, individual. People can be incredible and amazing. I agree, Alex. I agree, and I left to that's the heartbreaking aspect about humans. The vast majority of them are incredibly compassionate. All they want to do is good things for them, their families, the ones they love, and the friends. That's it. That's the vast majority of people. Unfortunately, there's a saying, your good nature is a weapon in your enemy's hands. And it couldn't be more true. I mean, the psychopaths that run the world, they know that everyone wants to do right by each other. They know that everyone lives by a certain moral code that makes them a good citizen, a good friend, a good husband, a good dad, a good person, right? And that's why it's so easy to manipulate all these people. Remedial Joe, as a sociopath, I don't form meaningful connections with people like the normal person. To my advantage, it always works with ideas. Compassion is weaponized big time. Yeah, it is. But that can't stop you, because I truly believe that It might not be in our lifetime, might not be in Duke's lifetime, but on the third or fourth generation, I think we will swing back to common sense, logic, love, and maybe, just maybe, our own nature to destroy one another will subside. And I think Bitcoin has a big deal to do with that. Hi, buddy. What are you going to do? I left the car front there. You can't really shoot hoops. We're going to be leaving right away, though. Don't worry about it. This is the last day of camp. So yeah, I'm bullish on humanity. However, every time I say that, I end up running into some person that drives me crazy. I actually, Alex Green, I skip on the Investing Bros channel to be in here. I love this morning chat. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone tuning in. 84 people. That's a pretty big morning for this channel. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm bullish on humanity. However, it's in our nature to compete. That's just how we survive. Someone's got to get that fruit that's on that tree. Who's going to get it? The one that has the highest ability to get it. And then from there, whoever watched that person get it is going to have to kind of mimic that and do it as well. That's why I teach Duke endless skills. I went on around the blockchain. The last question yesterday that DZ asked me was, would you lie to Duke? And of course, as a parent, you're always kind of white lying for the greater good. But I've always looked at, from the start of the chaos to now, with how they're trying to intentionally weaken men and just drive people into kind of a state of fat mediocrity. I looked at it like I couldn't believe the game was opening up. Like, all I had to do was maintain the same type of work ethic I did, and I'm 10xing everyone because they're falling off because they think that's the right thing to do. Kelly McBride, a dear friend and crypto mentor, brought me to your channel. I'm eternally grateful to him. I look forward to your show every morning, Maddie. Keep up the inspirational work. Thanks, Kelly McBride. I appreciate that. Very nice. A lack of strong men is the issue. Yeah, well, that's the thing. There is a lack of strong men. Kier? What's that? I don't know if I'm... But it only takes a few strong men. Careful, buddy. See, because he got to ride his bike without a helmet yesterday, now he thinks he's broke the system. It's like when he hears a swear word on a show, he'll be like, yes. Now he's riding his bike without a helmet. Yes, be careful, buddy, because one little wipeout and helmet goes back on. Yeah, so we don't need everyone to be a strong man. We just need strong men. That's why I think the game's opened up for anyone who just wants to put their head down and do the work. It's unbelievable. There's no one to compete with because they're literally just quitting. I've never seen such a strength capitulation amongst people in my life. I have a younger sister who's 23 or 22 or something like that. And her generation, I fear for them. But you know what? Just like anything, a good punch in the face will realign anyone. And I don't mean physically that generation needs to be punched in the face. Although a good punch in the face can really smarten you up sometimes. Just boom! And you'll always be different once that. And sometimes you deserve it. It's very rare that someone gets punched in the face and they don't deserve it. However, it does happen all the time. I just think they need a rude awakening, and maybe the rude awakening is coming in the form of no opportunities in life, no jobs. Can you imagine going to university thinking that this is the right thing to do and wasting all that money and getting out and there's nothing to do? There's no jobs. Whatever jobs you were told you could get are gone and will never come back. How you doing, buddy? Good. Are you ready to sing us out? It's auction day. I got to leave a little early here. Just hang around. Over 100 people in here. Bobby Freeman says. That's great. That might be our biggest morning stream since we started this. I think we started it 2 weeks ago. And it's funny, every time I ask him to sing us out, I get one more idea. And the idea was, I wanted to thank Robert Freeman for suggesting this, because it's been perfect for this little lull, this bear market lull. Because I tell you, when there's nothing happening, it's very difficult to make those videos, because I don't want to bore people with the same information, but when the market doesn't move, there's nothing to talk about. So this has allowed me to continue putting out content and touching base and keeping the community kind of moving forward. But this is the most important thing that these lives have done for me, these live streams, is that since the day I started on BitBoy's channel, and if you're new to this channel, you might not know this, but this whole thing started on BitBoy's channel. I'm not sure, did it come out at 8 o'clock as well in the morning, or 9 o'clock in the morning, something like that. From the day I started till 2 weeks ago, when I started doing these live streams, I have been in a complete crypto bubble. Like, I have a couple friends in Winnipeg that are pretty deep into Bitcoin, maybe one actually, and then a couple are. I got a Solana NFT guy. So I would just do the work, and then make this video, this little paper boat, and put it in the internet puddle and watch it float down the stream by myself. Never really, none of my friends really know or care that I make these videos. But this has allowed me to feel connected with this crowd that, this community we've been building this whole time. It's like now I feel, in a strange way, I actually feel a part of it now, whereas I never did before. I was just, kind of making the videos and then lurking. when it would be released, I'd just be lurking, reading the comments, and I'm always surprised at how great the comments are. Like, it's been nothing but support, really, from day one. Robert Freeman, found you on BitBoy and been watching ever since. The weekend dueling pianos are fantastic too. Thank you, Bobby. Yeah, Bobby is a huge supporter of the live piano stream. It's guys like you, Bobby, that keep Kyle and I motivated, because it's hard. The live show is hard with the crowd. It's easy with the YouTube community. It's like, I actually feel more connected to the YouTube community when we're playing than I do the people that are right there in front of me. Isn't that bizarre? Super chat from Dave Digital. Oh, we're connected more than you know, my friend. Interesting. Thank you for the super chat. So yes, I now feel part of the community as like a member, where I was just before kind of like the guy who made the video, but I could watch the video almost like someone in the community, pick it apart, find out what was good, and so now I feel like I'm in there. Robert Kennedy, Mr. Me Too. I've been watching every day since he started on BitBoy shows and have a When Moon tea. You're the one that bought it, Bobby Kennedy. You and my mom. My mom bought one as well. I might have bought it for her. I don't know. The reason why I have my own shirts is because I like to test the t-shirt. I'm very particular. I don't want like one of those heavy Hanes where the sleeves are down by your elbows and they're hot and whatever. I like the little tri-blend Bella canvas. So I like to get the size right. So I got to buy them all. So I have every shirt I've ever made. And I recently switched to Spring or Teespring or whatever. Jordan Brewer, I missed the dad alerts. What happened to Norm? Yeah, well, Norm's an interesting character, because I don't plan to do the Norm things. It's just when I'm looking over the charts and I see historical fractals, I'm like, this is the perfect time for Norm to come in. and then we'll do a norm video. The one problem with the norm videos that people don't understand is that they're incredibly hard to make. So obviously everyone knows I'm Norm, the voice or whatever. So I have to actually record the video with the script in my head to the length that Norm's telling a story, and then interject every now and then. It's so fantastically difficult. I enjoy it all. The challenge is immense, so I love it. Remedial just say it ain't so. But and then I have to go into Pro Tools, or I use Ableton now, and then record his voice over the piano that has no script. So, it's tough, but I like it. I was so happy that people liked Historical Norm. Juma Art Revival. Norm needs his own Twitter account. You're right. I think I opened one for him, but it was just I was on my phone and things got weird and I quit it. Yeah, Historical Norm. I was so glad that people embraced them, because I never know. Some if you've been watching for the 2 or 3 years, I think you will have noticed that some things came, some things went, and then some things just have their own lifespan, right? They just kind of run their course. Does anybody remember Mrs. Nussbaum's rent-controlled apartment social media sentiment? I think I ran that for about 6 months, and then just one day I stopped doing it. I usually will. Terry Crow. The last one I got was Dirty Gary. It's the best so far. Thank you, Terry, for buying a Dirty Gary Gensler shirt. I took Duke to. Let me see if I. 1 second. I took Duke to his tennis camp yesterday or last week with the Dirty Gary Gensler, and the person was like, "What is that? Is that a clown?" I'm like, "It sure is." I go, "It's the head of the SEC, the Security and Exchange Commission. He's the most corrupt clown that we may have seen in our generation." Blank stare. Oh yeah. Funny clown, yeah. And I walked away. But maybe there's a thing called reticular activation. It's like when let's say you buy a Hyundai Sonata, and all of a sudden everything you see is Hyundai Sonatas. I'm hoping that once I told her about Gary Gensler, maybe it popped up in her when she's watching CNN, head nodding. Yeah, this is the truth. Oh, perfect. Okay. Hey, Duke. It's time, buddy. Officially, it's time. I gotta head to the Holy Thumbs, Miss Deucemom. Yeah. Terry Crow says Historical Norm could have a Netflix special. I would love to do a show, like one of these live streams with Historical Norm. If anyone can do a Historical Norm impersonation, send me your audition tapes, and maybe we can start doing some live streams with you as Historical Norm, because I can't do it now. Obviously, it would be very Duck. It would be very weird to do it, but those are the type of things I would like to do. It'd be nice to have maybe some guests in the morning shows. But listen, once the market takes off, we're gonna be like in high gear as content creators. I mean, every day is going to be a new massive run up. So it's going to be Video City, but I'll still do the lives after, but I need to do those videos. I need to do it for my own time space continuum, because I found not doing the videos, my days are a little more lethargic, and I don't like that. I like working as hard, as fast as I can, and when I get out of the gates at 3:30 making these videos, the amount of work I put into a video is immense, but it creates the rest of my day, I can put just as much work in because I've started at that pace. Whereas if I start at a slower pace, well, I'm going to have a slower pace all day. So I need it as a kind of artist to do those videos. I'll never stop doing those videos. Because I like them. It's really like writing a song a day, you know, everything that goes into it. Duke! Actually, I got Ken Krager's video here that I was talking about yesterday. It's time to go, buddy. Let's go. You going to sing us out or what? His whole family was singing the jingle, so I'm going to play that for you, but I'm going to get Duke. I'm going to get Duke to sing. It's weird because you're always here when it's not time, and then when it is time, you're not here. You ready to sing us out? First, what's your bullish or bearish on the Bitcoin price action today? Got to talk a little louder, though, because I might have given you the fear of this mic. Want to sit closer so you can get a little...
Bullish.
Bullish? How come?
Because it's a bull run, don't you know?
That's right. Well said, my boy. Okay. Oh, what'd you do here? Okay. Hey, no, it's time to go. It's time to sing us out, buddy.
And we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected elite. That's why I did so well.
They can't see you, buddy.
You have a fantastic day. I wanted to make the rooms make Bitcoin crypto.
They can't see you down there. You disappeared. Can you do that last jingle again? Okay. Thanks, everybody. Here's Ken Krager's cover of all the jingles. Okay.
I wanted to make the rooms make Bitcoin crypto.
Okay, what be?
Why don't you like and subscribe and share this video with someone you think might like it too? Hit it, tuk tuk. Why don't you like and subscribe and share this video with someone you think might like it too? Now let me sing. We're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected elite. That's right, it's the long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day.